Hey, stranger. Gabriel Nicosia here, King of Orion, author of Tilt and a bunch of other nonsense. Doing some yard work. But I wanted to take a break, hydrate, or dehydrate, as the case may be, because caffeine. Oh, not bad. Mango. And talk a little bit about Ivecos and this one niggling rig, this troublemaker that I always run into when doing my weird builds and fittings, because I confuse this every time. Algid optimizers. They're ostensibly they are a mining rig that is meant to reduce the capacitor cost of the mining laser. The trouble is the capacitor costs for the mining lasers are negligible. They're nothing. However, mining lasers cost a lot of power grid. And me, being the fool that I am, I continuously try and use these damn rigs to reduce the power grid cost of mining lasers, because Minmatar ships have low power grid, and they're just ramshackle POSs anyway. They're in Rust we trust. They're fast, they're light, they can't stand up in a fight. But I like to do mixed missions, right? I like to take destroyers and fit them as if they were frigates, so 3 high slot modules that are, for combat, and 1 mining laser. Which for exploration is really good. I don't generally, engage with anomalies in my destroyers. They're for ranging, they're for exploration, and occasionally getting into scraps. They're meant to at least be able to defend themselves to some extent if they go digging around in a condensed space and find a miner out there. They don't have any prey. Their operational intent doesn't actually exist because most people aren't out there mining compressed spaces. Fine. Algid optimizers serve no purpose whatsoever in the game. I have a mountain of them. I have been saving them up, collecting them because they're cheap. They're assets that are cheap on the market, and I assume and I hope and I speculate that NetEase is going to take this asset that exists in the game and change it in some way and make it useful. Whether they change the cost to capacitor for mining lasers, which I think would be really good and interesting. I think that would be a positive change. Or whether they change it so it affects power grid, which I also think would be really good and useful. And it would open up a lot more off-the-wall builds. Things that I want to experiment with, for example, taking mining nanocore features, like laser amounts or strip miner amounts and things like that, and using those to modify other nanocores. However that system works, that's something I want to do down the line once I'm full to the gills with all my alpha nonsense. But in the meantime, I design my ships from an alpha framework, which means getting the most bang for your buck as a jack of all trades. So here's these little rigs that are a dime a dozen. They're so cheap, they're so common and easy to gather, but they serve no purpose whatsoever, and it's just it's infuriating. I keep throwing them onto ships and repackaging those ships and destroying them on accident, which yes, that's how you're supposed to use rigs. Most folks, if they want to take rigs off of a ship, they'll just do insurance fraud. They'll go and have the ship get blown up by pirates and then gather up the goods. They'll rescue their own selves. I don't like doing that. I want to actually use the rigs for something. In my book, I propose a number of ideas on how to make them useful. The main thing is taking low slot modules. Oh, we got a squirrel coming along the freeway here. Let's see if he jumps up into the tree before coming up. Oh, yeah, no, bummer. I was hoping you could catch him on camera. Oh well. I was hoping I could use those rigs. Sorry. Distracted. Squirrel, literally. Caffeine will do that. Anyway, the ideas that I set forward in the book were low slots, mining laser amplifiers, things that would increase the cost to capacitor per cycle of the laser and could be pushed just like damage amplifiers, but with the intent of making mining a more active process. I've kicked around ideas like, hey, if you finish eating a rock, like within 10 cubic meters of when the rock is supposed to be eaten, or when the rock is done, gain a bonus of some sort. I think that'd be a great, way to make mining more active, especially compressed mining. Out in regular space, the rocks are too thick. They're so big that it doesn't really matter. Like, you can eat entire belts in a stripper, but it's not as fun or interesting in my mind as a venture. Ventures, you focus fire on a specific rock. I've been doing that lately out in it's nullsec, but it's like the weird nullsec where you got to go through an unstable wormhole to get to it. It's the one station out there. BYO, NILF is out there, ODSF is out there playing defense. I think I talked about that a little bit a while ago. Yesterday, in terms of like when this is getting recorded, but maybe 4 days ago in terms of when it's posted. Anyway, I wish Algids did something. I wish they took this asset that exists in the game that serves no purpose and used it to bring new gameplay into action. Increasing costs is the easy solution. I don't like that from a design perspective because I believe multi-operational goals, like multi-mission designs for ships, is something that more people should explore, and I'd like to see more design in that direction. So making them decrease the power grid cost would be friggin' dope, because that would open up pretty much all of the Thrasher line, make them not so warlike. Catalysts can already, carry as many lasers as they want, because Galente and industry and all that. But, hello, Wasp. I think that's an indicator that I should probably get back to moving around, because the bugs are starting to notice me. I'd like to say let me know what you think, but y'all ain't a talkative bunch, and honestly, I don't care. That's rude. I do care what you think. I'm sorry. If you are in fact someone that cares if I care. Anyway, back to work. I hope y'all have a good day, and sell your Algids. I'll collect them. I don't know why. Bye.